I woke up early for a light walk on the beach. Looks like it's going to be another hot one. The clear weather was great, but this kind of heat really made you miss the rain. Chinami was on the beach too, but she seemed distracted by something. Morning, Chinami. Never thought I'd see you outside.
Ah, Hiro. As a general rule, I abstain from going outdoors, but you see, I am troubled by something.
And what's that? I looked to see what she was staring at. The tourist. Wait, that guy? The older man who'd come by our cafe for breakfast the other day was standing at the water's edge of the deserted beach. Good morning.
Oh, it's you. Morning.
Out for a walk?
Oh, I guess so.
The man looked out at the water.
It's strange that after working so hard for so long, I'm not sure what to do with my free time.
I see. He should just do whatever makes him happy. But I guess that's easy for a teen like me to say. Adults probably thought differently.
You work part-time in that cafe, right?
Not really, I just help out because I'm staying there for free.
For free?
Michiko's cafe is my grandma's cafe. She's gonna close up this summer, so I came to help for summer break.
Ah, so you're not from the islands?
Yeah.
What about the other kids working there?
Oh, Chisa's a local. She's the energetic one with a tan. Then there's Emily. She came She came from the main island, like me, to have fun on summer break. She's the pretty blonde one. Of course, I couldn't tell him that she ran away from home.
Is that so? I'm sure getting that kind of experience so young will serve you well in the future. Why, when I was your age... Oops, I should probably stop myself from starting a lecture. That's why kids dislike adults. Anywho, I'm pretty hungry. I guess I'll head back to my hotel now.
How about coming by for breakfast?
I wouldn't dare. Oh, and I do apologize for barging in before you opened last time.
Well, we open for dinner, so please do come again. We're a simple cafe, but we serve good food.
Oh, I'll be sure to swing by soon.
The man waved and plodded off.
Suspicious. Extremely suspicious.
Chinami, are you seriously planning to stalk him?
Yes!
Stop it. You'll just make him angry.
I've grown weary of this island life, and I've been longing for stimulus such as this.
There are other ways to have fun. Chinami could really be a handful sometimes. Oh, what's this? Ah, preparations, I presume.
Wow, tea.
We really shouldn't laugh. That afternoon, Emily and I sat on a bench in Agamiyama Park, watching a video on our smartphones. Chisa came over to join us.
What are you watching?
She snuck a peek at the screen.
Huh? Ah! Hello, my name is Chisa Ogasawara. This little guy is Finn, the dolphin. Eee! Yes, this little guy and I became friends after he was abandoned when he was just a baby. And, what are you watching?
That TV show you were on. We found it on a video site.
You're scared stiff. Of course I was. It was my first time on TV. Finn is always there when I swim, but he likes playing around, so he can be a bit of a brat. You know what? You know what I'm talking about. No, you can't smash the TV, people.
And that's when Chisa grabbed the phone.
Enough is enough! Oh, Chisa, always so cool seeing her like that. Was so cute. I think I like you even more now. Shut it, you!
Look, all the comments say cute too.
What? Really?
Oh wait, looks like they were talking about Finn.
Hiroki?
I'm just kidding. They called you cute too.
Aw, that was great. I'll have to bookmark it for later. Emily, come on! Oh, it was cute. Don't be so embarrassed about it. To think even Chisa has her weaknesses. I've got tons. Oh, such as... Psych! Did you think I'd actually tell you? Boo. Talk about a party pooper. So that's how it is. And here I was ready to take you someplace nice.
Wait, what?
Not happening now.
Chisa took some ice cream out of her grocery bag and started eating. She turned the other way, silently, in an effort to show she was ignoring us.
Ooh, ice cream. I want some too. The store's back that way. Oh, don't be mad. The other ones will just melt if you don't give it to us. Fine.
Chisa sulkily handed over the rest of the ice cream. Oh yeah, what did you mean by someplace nice? Don't think I forgot already.
The tuna hole? The tuna hole? What is that?
Oh, I've heard of that. It's one of the best diving spots in Ogasawara.
I was thinking how much fun it would be for us all to go snorkeling there. That way you won't have to rent equipment and we can try out Hiroki's camera.
Oh, great idea. Emily owned her own mask and snorkel, but always had to rent other diving equipment. Renting was sort of a pain since it was sometimes difficult finding the perfect fit, and since masks and snorkels weren't that expensive anyway, most people ended up buying their own. Of course I had mine too. Chisa was a big help as she was able to handle the outrigger canoe and could act as our guide.
But on second thought, I'm not feeling it anymore. Sorry, but I'm going home to take a little nap. What? I'm sorry, Chisa. I shouldn't have left. Oh, please.
Emily wasted no time in putting on her puppy dog eyes for Chisa.
Chisa, please. Ugh, she's weaponized her cuteness.
With that, Chisa was defeated by Emily's cute bomb, and we finally set out for the Tuna Hotel. Or hole. What am I saying? Tuna hole. The outrigger canoe sailed across the peaceful sea.
Another day of smooth sailing.
Yeah, should be great. Oh, Rhoda's here. Yeah, should be great for diving. Rhoda answered while watching the waves. Sorry for making you join us on this dive trip, Rhoda. It's no problem. Rhoda was joining the three of us today. Ooh, another information thing. Yomejima, an uninhabited island in the Ogasawaras. It had residents before the war, but is now deserted. It is located about 50 kilometers north of Chichijima. It would take an hour and a half to get to the tuna hole at Yomeya, and once there, we couldn't just leave the canoe unattended. Speaking of, there were a lot of islands in the Ogasawara chain, but most only lived on Chichijima and Hajima. People used to live on other islands, but it was hard to guarantee basics like clean water, so they were mostly deserted. Oh, Hajima. Aside from Chichijima, this is the only other populated island in the Ogasawaras. Hajima is located 50 kilometers south of Chichijima and has fewer inhabitants. Oki Village is Hajima's only settlement and is next to the island's port, Iwajima, the largest in the chain. It's unpopulated and has hosts of Japan hosts only a Japan self-defense force base. There we go. Chichibu had a foot-by port and entry points for the Ogasawara Islands, so it was relatively well populated and developed. Hahachiba had fewer people, and as a result, more of the environment in that area was left untouched.
We're pretty far out. I can't even feel my butt anymore.
Emily was starting to complain. Oh, and there it is.
Huh? What is that?
Next to the rocky, uninhabited island, a huge arc-shaped rock formation leapt from the surface of the ocean. It was like something from an epic adventure movie. The tuna hole, a natural arched rock formation on Yomejima in the Ogasawaras. Scores of dog-toothed tuna live around it, making it very popular with divers. There are also many other fish species, and dolphins are common, so if you're lucky you might just meet one.
Over there is Yojima, but that is the tuna hole. When you said hole, I imagined some kind of cave under the water.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
Wow, Ogasawara has a lot of interesting places.
Ah, cool. The formation was probably another product of coastal erosion. A volcanic island arc, like Ogasawara, had lots of places like this. As we got closer to the tuna hole, we saw a lot of other boats out for diving.
Hello, good to see you.
For Chisa's family, these were all industry acquaintances. The ones that knew Chisa greeted her as we passed by.
I'm out here just for fun today. How are the currents?
Chisa asked, collecting information from some of the professional guides.
Looks like today is a good day to dive. Are there days when it's not?
Well, the currents can get pretty fast here. When they get rough, it's too dangerous to go down.
Is that so?
Emily's expression became uneasy when she heard about the fast currents. You'll be fine as long as you're careful. Plus, we'll be with you.
He's right, just don't get carried away like you always do. I never get carried away. And what do you mean by always? The patient exhibits a clear lack of self-awareness.
She just shook her head sadly as she took off her sweatshirt. Emma and I were already in our swimsuits. We just needed to put on our fins, masks, and snorkels, and we were set to go.
Chisa, you're wearing a mask too?
I do sometimes, and Finn's not here, so... Oh yeah, you're not gonna call him?
He'll just cause trouble and scare the tuna away. Plus, there are other dolphins around anyway.
Pods of bottlenose dolphins showed up a lot around the tuna hole. This was another reason the tuna hole was one of Ogasawara's main diving spots.
Come on, let's get in there. Okay.
Chisa put on her mask and fins and went in first. Okay, Emily, you're next.
Right.
Now that it was her turn, Emily suddenly got nervous about diving without a tank.
What's wrong, Emily? You're not scared, are you? I'm not scared.
Emily switched to tough girl mode and jumped in. After watching her jump in, I picked up the camera. Alright, I'm off too. We should be back in an hour. Got it. I said to Ryota before jumping in after the other two. Chisa and Emily were still treading in place, their faces above the water.
Hiroki, is the camera okay?
Yep. I had it hanging around my neck so it wouldn't get lost in the water. It was kind of heavy, but not enough to pull me down.
Okay then, let's go. Be careful not to get separated, especially you, Emily. Right.
Chisa set her snorkel and went down. It's going to be gorgeous down there. I said to Emily, who, in a sudden show of bravery, set her snorkel and went under. I watched until I was sure she was okay, then joined her. The light shone softly through the translucent sea. I steadied myself and looked down. The scene that unfolded before my mask was beyond anything I had ever imagined. Ooh, fish. Tuna, I presume. I was speechless. It sounds like I could talk anyway, but I almost forgot to breathe too. Next to me, Emily and Chisa were both under the exact same spell.
There's so many. Are they all tuna? It's beautiful.
The huge arced rock formation of the tuna hole continued all the way to the sea floor. Between its two columns swam several schools of tuna. Their scales sparkled from the sunlight beaming down from above. We didn't bother with swimming and just floated there near the surface to watch the scene for a while. The tuna were gathered in the shade of the arc. Or arch, I don't know. Arch? Yeah, probably arch. It was a mysterious sight, and no one really knew why they gathered in this one spot. Some people say it was to spawn, but no one was sure.
Look over there, it's huge.
Emily said excitedly as she pointed. A giant tuna, over 2 meters long, was passing directly below us. Emily went deeper as if she was being drawn down to it. Emily?
Leave it to me.
Chisa dived down to swim next to Emily. When she did, the huge tuna swam up next to them.
Ah, it's enormous.
Next to the massive fish, the two young girls looked even smaller than usual. I hurried to catch a picture of the scene with the camera. I never forgot it. If I had, it would make a great picture. From then on, I took pictures like my life depended on it. With a film camera, you couldn't stop and develop the pictures halfway through, and that would waste the rest of the film roll. So I started taking pictures of everything, trying to use up the whole roll. I snapped pics of the school of tuna as the two girls watched in amazement. The light coming from right above us was perfect. And this might be my only chance to get pics of them in their swimsuits. Yeah, Hiroki, sure. Focus on that aspect, thanks. But Emily looked as if she had found something else.
Oh, look over there. It's a sea turtle. Whoa, it is.
Green sea turtle. The Ogasawara Islands are Japan's largest breeding grounds for these turtles, and egg laying can be observed here. The population was falling, but with protective measures have rebounded. It wasn't so unusual to see green sea turtles around Ogasawara.
Sea turtles are huge.
There were schools of fish too. Hey, there's a blackjack, and over there's a big eye Trevally. Chisa noticed something and tapped Emily's shoulder.
Hey, over there.
Huh?
Oh.
On the other side of the school of tuna, near the seabed, we saw a crowd of divers. Tuna hates the exhaust bubbles from divers, so the divers stayed near the edge of the tuna hole. The divers kept watching the school from their position on the sea floor.
Weird. There's a bunch of people down there.
We peered down at the sea floor toward the crowd of people. It was certainly a curious sight for anyone seeing it for the first time.
I guess the sea isn't such a scary place for divers, huh?
After that, we kept snorkeling for a while, with Emily diving down past snorkel depth and Chisa chasing after her each time. After I ran through the roll of film, I went back to the surface to drop off my camera. Hey, how was it down there? It's amazing.
It totally is.
Emily added as she popped up beside me. I handed the camera to Ryota.
It's been a while since my last visit, but it really is incredible.
Chisa seemed more excited than usual.
Aren't you coming in, Ryota?
It wasn't fair for us to keep all this fun to ourselves, is what Emily seemed to be thinking. You know, Red looked a bit conflicted.
Oh, wait a second, you can't swim, can you?
Emily had the pleased look of a villain who had just found the hero's biggest weakness. How rude. Oh no, that's not it at all. It's just when I see a fish, I want to catch it and chip it out. Ryota said as he stood and looked at the tuna hole hungrily. I ought to drop a net and sweep them all out of the water in one go.
Huh?
Yeah, I totally get it. Everywhere I look, I just see ingredients. I keep thinking that would make great sashimi. There's a huge blackjack just now. Oh, nice.
Ugh, I can't believe you two want to eat these tuna.
Don't be silly. Seriously, tuna's delicious.
Monsters, Chisa, these guys are monsters. Yeah, I could really go for some sashimi. You too, Chisa.
Emily has the best facial reactions. Clearly, people reacted very differently to the sea's beauty. After we returned to the water, we ended up snorkeling for an hour and a half. Then we climbed back into the canoe.
Ah, that was fun. It's nice to swim with Finn sometimes.
I can't wait to get these pictures developed. We got ready to head back, drying ourselves with the towels we brought. Emily gave a sad sigh as she looked back at the tuna hole. What's wrong? Did you want to swim more?
No, it's not that. I just wish I'd been able to scuba dive instead of just snorkeling. You know, like the divers we saw down there?
Chisa nodded in agreement.
Yep, and if you make it down to the bottom, there are tigers too. Tigers? There are tigers in the ocean?
Sand tiger sharks, yeah, of course. Large sharks that live in shallow coastal waters. They are mostly nocturnal, so they rest during the day. Despite their ferocious appearance, they are slow-moving and said to not attack people. Well, you know, tiger sharks.
This big. Sharks? I am totally fine with snorkeling. No need to dive ever again. Nope.
Come on. Why are you making her scared of the sea again?
Oops, sorry about it.
Tiger sharks look scary, but they're really laid back. Even if you run into one, you'll be fine.
The sea is so scary.
I give up. We came out here to help Emily get used to the sea, but we ended up just traumatizing her even more. Do not fear the sharks. Become one with the sharks. Awesome, it's worked.
Let me see.
Whoa, it did. Some are a little out of focus though. As soon as we got back to town from the tuna hole, we had the film developed.
But you got some really pretty ones, even though we were underwater.
I know, right? The pictures were just under postcard size, and we took our time going through each one. Especially this one, apparently. A lot of them were shaky or out of focus, but the ones that had come out well were actually sharper than any digital camera I'd seen.
Wow, Chisa, it's us with those giant tuna. Oh, they look big even in the pictures. Huh. What's wrong? Is it me, or are most of these pictures totally focused on our butts? Huh. Wait, now that you mention it...
Well, what did you expect? Most of the time I was shooting from above. What else was I supposed to shoot?
Duh, you could have focused on the tuna? No one needs all these photos of butts.
Well, you know. Hiroki, you are the worst. I don't play a lot of visual novels, but if this is par for the course, visual novel protagonists are just worst. I hadn't really thought about it. The camera didn't have autofocus, so you had to match the focus sort of manually with your eye. And it's not like I was focusing on their butts on purpose, it was all subconscious. But I sort of couldn't just tell them that. You two just made much better models than the tuna. Don't you think?
Well, yeah, if you put it that way. But the tuna looks good too.
She's grabbed all the pictures from my hand. I'm just gonna be confiscating these. Why?
They're much too lewd. Chisa, give me some. Don't worry, we've got the negatives, so we can print extra. Nice.
The girls took off, getting all excited over the pictures I took. The goal had been to see if the camera would work with old films, so it had been a success in that regard, but those are my pictures. I'd give it up if I were you. Just think about if the shoe was on the other foot. Oh, yeah, you're right. Also, why are you just suddenly talking to me? Where did you come from? That Doris from before had appeared seemingly out of nowhere. See, this is what I'm saying, yeah? If you let stuff like that get to you, married life is gonna be, well... You mean things are always going to be like this? Well, see you around. The man then wandered off into the sunset with a forlorn aura about him. Seriously, what is with that guy? Even so, hearing that kind of advice from someone with so much more experience really made me think.